This segment is going to just give some general read advice when you have performances upcoming at the end of the year or generally around some holiday time. You are a musician, and your health and your reads are circumstances, and they often must be overcome to get out the kind of quality performance that you feel is adequate, but it will be adequate, whatever you do, so don't fret. And as I have my timer here, I've been dealing with all kinds of other technologies, and that's reminding me that time is very fleeting. So I think the most appropriate thing I can do is say to check the tip opening. That is my ideal size of tip opening. And then to say, I've got some general reed making advice from Jessica Finley Yang, who's playing with an opera symphony now up in Minnesota. And as I learned from her, she said, after each adjustment you make, test the reed again. If your reed is sharp and resistant, it's too thick and it can't vibrate. So continue to scrape at the tip area, the thumbnail and wings. If it is sharp and buzzy, it might be too closed. And so then you would have to open it up. It should be more resistant and flatter if the tip is more open. If it's flat and dull, the tip might be too open. And I'm also thinking if it's flat, you may need to clip the tip again. So you adjust your reeds for pitch, ease, and response. And sometimes you get a reed where you think, oh, that reed is just not responding the way I want. But you need to scrape it so that there's a nice taper from side to side and from the back being thicker to the front being thinner. And check the opening. One thing that she says is don't play on a reed that is too hard because you think it has a good sound, because that will injure your face. So even if you take everything off that reed and create a reed with a horrible sound, it would be better than injuring your face playing on a reed that's just too hard and resistant. And again, using a tuner. So that's hard to do if your tuner is in your phone, but I will link to a tuner that's not in your phone. And I was going to also just show you a picture of the different spots on the reed. This is from Jones Double Reed. And so the first place to get the response from would be there, and then going back there. Try to avoid the spine, but sometimes you just have to go onto the spine, and so don't be scared of it. I know the Bassoon training are never scared. They are brave. So that's my end of the year reed and health advice. It's going to be okay. Don't be afraid to adjust that reed somehow. And I'll try to put some of this stuff up on my Ko-fi website for just like general tips on reed making if I can. Or you feel free to get in touch with me. I've got my Duran Music Studio website page where you can type messages in if you want to sign up to be an apprentice and learn some about the other technologies that I'm using, the websites for ear training, Canva, and music composition, things like that. I will do a short training session for my apprentices and then get them involved, submitting a video of their performances for International Make Music Day on June 21st. So people can contact me on that website or by my email for musical requests and ideas. And that wraps up this video. So I hope you listened through, got some good ideas about bassoon and how you learn to do it and what materials you have to work with and overcome. Thanks for listening.